Wait a couple minutes. We just started this Zoom. Oh, well-being, stretching, and mobility. Hello. G'day, Sam. Look at that. Chat is working well. All right, team. So it's 9 o'clock right now. Welcome along to there we go. So you can hear me better. So welcome along to your mobility stretches and or mobility work in the morning. We are going to be playing around on the floor just for about roughly 15 minutes, holding a couple of static stretches and a couple of dynamic stretches for you for this study break. Yeah, this is going to be recorded so that you can also rewatch this later on if needed, or if you just need something to use in between study sessions and want to just get a little bit loose as you go. I'll set this camera up so that hopefully it doesn't cut off my head or you can see me all the way on the ground. I'm going to be stepping back there just to get a little bit of room. But people will be jumping in and out as they go. But again, you can always rewatch it as you roll through. So let's get started. I'm going to find my spacing on the ground. I'm going to set up my timer so I can keep track of myself and make sure that I am getting the right amount of moves in there. All right, so welcome along. Anyway, I think I didn't introduce myself, but I'll just do it again if I did. My name is Gary. I am one of the sports coordinators here at the Rec Centre, Rec and Sport team down on the other side of campus. Yeah. I've been doing a couple of wellbeing stretches through the lockdown period, so I've been invited to take you through a 15-minute one this morning. What we're going to do is starting on the floor. If you have a mat, you can also place it down just to give yourself a little more comfort. But for me, I'm just going to use the general floor here. Starting off, we're going to come into a what I like to call the child's pose. So a really good stretch to come off the chair, stretch and elongate the spine. Really helpful. Just if you get a little bit of pain in those areas. So what you want to do is set yourselves up and try and go sideways. I like to sit on my heels at the moment, knees on the ground, and then chest and arms reach forward. And hopefully you can hear me talk in this position. But what you want to do is just push your hands as far forward as you can while maintaining your hips towards your glutes. I like to go a little bit wider in my feet. So some of these movements are inspired by yoga. So don't correct me too much if I do get a few technical aspects of it wrong, but the general idea of it is just to elongate your spine, stretch up your lats, and sink down into your hips, to your heels. Good. Try to get your chest down to the floor. This is our first starting position. We're going to hold this one for another 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. It's a great stretch to open up the body. I think this room, they've got to turn off the heaters, so it's got to get a bit warm for me in here. Good. From here, see, what I want you to do is come into a tabletop position. That means you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees come underneath your hips, and you're both shoulder width apart, all right? So let's see if I can get myself into position first. Good. Okay, this one looks pretty nice. So tabletop position, head tucked in, all right? What we want to do here is called the cat camel. Cat camel is just to get a little bit of mobility through that spine. So you want to arch your back like someone's got a rope between the trunk, and then push it to the floor. So someone's pulling it up to the ceiling, round as best you can, then pulling it down into the center of the earth, like gravity's pulling it down. We've done 3 reps so far. What I'm going to do from here is add another 7 reps in, so that's 4. So you're going up, round it, back down. Here goes 5. And you want to work through about 2-ish seconds from the transition to the end of the movement. There is no set time for this, all right, the movement. You go to what's comfortable, all right?
Because each body is different, you want to make sure that you're working to well within your limits, what's comfortable for you, maybe a little bit of discomfort. One of those things is I'm also bad at counting, so I've lost count of how many reps I've done of this cat camel. So let's call this one 10. All right, back to neutral spine. Now from here, what I want you to do is just step your foot back into a high plank position, but don't worry, we won't stay here long. All right, from this position, I want you to bring your left foot up to your left hand. I'm going to go left so you can see inside part. Drop your back knee for a little bit of support. All right. Now, here's one that gets everything. So it's just my left foot. I'm tapping it down. Bring my left hand out to the ceiling. All right, we're just going to hold this one a wee bit. Then on the way down, try to get that elbow to the floor, or as best you can. Back up. I like to call this one the world's greatest stretch. All right. Don't need to spend too much time. Worry about the speed of it. Control. Rotation through the trunks. It's going to be your best range. Here's a 4. Got one more. Back up. 5. Bring that hand down. Kick that foot back. Switch it over. Now right foot up to right hand. Drop your left knee to the ground. Right hand. Elbows to the ground. Rotate to the trunk and ceiling. Elbow to the floor. Notice that speed, again, is not a factor in this. We just want to feel that mobility through that spine, the trunk, through our groin. You may get a little bit warm as well through this. But one more rep. Good. Now from here, what we need to do, kick it back. Go back into wide. Back into that child's pose. It's the first movement. We're going to cycle through that one more time. So that took us roughly about 5 minutes-ish, maybe just under. Those are really good stretches to use before bed to wake up, just to get that body into that fluid motion of stiffness, bit of cold joints, and you wake it up. Summer's around the corner, so you shouldn't get that much problems there. Reaching and pushing your hands forward while pulling your hips back. Sitting your chest down into the floor. This one's a really good static stretch. My knees have gone wide, my heels have come a little bit closer towards my bum. And each body is always different. All right, so every motion will be suited for your body and it will develop as it goes. 5 more seconds. Come back into the tabletop. 2, 1, coming into the tabletop, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, both shoulder width apart. Some may curl their toes under, some may have them flat. Go to what's comfortable for you. Bang into that cat camel. And camel here. Couple reps. Go all the way out to the top, all the way towards the center of the earth. Looking up and down as you go. Beautiful, team. Here's 3 reps. Going all the way to 10. I'm going to count these ones out. Way up, back down to the center. There's 4. Good. 5 reps done. Now, I definitely should have turned off those heaters before I started. Oh well. Yeah, what do you got? There you go. Here is 6 reps. 7. Also, breathing is your friend when you do these movements, right? I like to do is just a normal breathing pattern. Sometimes in yoga, they'll tell you when to control your breath. Helps in and out, helps move all this organs around. But we're just doing a bit of mobility and stretching here, so nothing too technical. All right, back to neutral spine. Now, from here, we're going to do is back to that high plank position. Kick one foot back, kick the other one foot back.
I'm going to start with my right side today. We're my right side, for the second set. Drop back knee in to the ground, elbow to the floor, right side, right hand towards the ceiling, rotate up. 1. Great cycle here. 2. 3. 1 more. I'm going to switch sides after this. Good job. Both hands to the ground. Keep both feet back. Left foot up. Right knee down. Here we go. Elbow, left elbow to the floor. Left hand to the ceiling. Repeat. Now some people will move a little bit quicker through this just because of your ability to go through the motion. But if you are slower, no worries. It's your comfort level or after. I'm going to go 1 more rep. Good, get back. Nice. So here's a couple movements there. So what we did was just played with the mobility of the trunk. So working through those hips, working through our back, through our core here. Now for the last one, we also did a bit of work through the shoulders, just for the bracing mechanics. We're going to do a bit of mobility through the neck area, just because of how you're going to be sitting on the computer. So I can see there's a little comment. I'm just going to sneak my way up if I can read. George, there we go. All right, back into it. So back into the shoulders and a little bit of neck, because this all connects. By sitting at the computer, you are into that shortened state through those hips, and it does get tight, and then your lower back, everything just starts playing up. So using those 3 exercises for mobility will help loosen you up. Now, with the computer as well, you always get pretty stiff here. Sometimes you're like looking at a screen side on, turn it on here, or you're always just like, what's going on? I don't get it. So let's play with that. Let's loosen it. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the screen. I'm going to be in a seated cross-legged position. We've done these ones before if you watched a few of my wellbeing snaps. To start off with, we're going to loosen up through the shoulders, working up, okay? So general shoulder stretch. All right, just bring an arm across the body. And let's do that position for a cross. All right, so come join in. We're going to hold this one for about 20 seconds. Then we'll do 20 seconds on the other. I'll do statics a little bit first when I start out, because it actually feels quite nice just to hold it out for a wee bit. 5 more seconds. You can always do dynamics as well. So if you want to mix this order up, please do. I'll show you this dynamics after the set of statics. Change over to the other side. Good. Just really trying to feel that stretch for your delts right there. All right. So trying to use my hands to point out the right areas. And go to discomfort, not pain. If you're feeling pain, please stop the movement. All right. You just want to go to where it's a little stretch. You'll know the difference between discomfort and pain, hopefully. If not, if it's hurting, like ow, then just stop the exercise. All right, cool. Coming out of that, good. Roll the shoulder blades back. Want to do 5 reps of these rotations back. There's 2, 3, 4, 1 more. 5. Good. Now we're going to roll forward. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get that exercise going. This one helps open up those shoulder blades. 3, 4, 1 more. 5. Cool. Now let's play with that neck. So all the neck muscles around here. All right, we're going to play with them. What we want to do, you can do this one standing or seated, at the desk, not at the desk. So it's pretty easy to do. What you want to do is just tilt your head to the side. I've tilted my head to the right. Hopefully it's mirrored for you, but technically I've gone left. Put my hand as a weight for extra. All right, we're not pulling down. We're literally just using the weight of our hand to hold down, stretch across. All right, if you don't like the hand, you can just tilt your head. Try to bring your chin and head horizontal or perpendicular to the floor. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release. We'll shake out and back the other way. Tilt it, hold it. So for this one, I'm not using my hand as resistance. I'm just feeling the stretch through my own weight of the head. If I need to, hand resistance weight right here. Okay, just using the weight of gravity, pulling my hand down. That's all you need. 3, 2, 1. Good release. Beautiful. Now, back to the neck. Same thing. Tuck your chin out. Tuck your chin in. Hand over top. Using the weight of your hands, or a single hand, or just hold the stretch. Keep your chest tall, shoulder blades retracted back. I'm going to use both my hands to add resistance. Usually we hold this for about 20 seconds. I want to get through this next couple of exercises first. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good release. Good. Now let's play with a bit of motion for this one. Dynamic stretching. So this one is stretching the muscles and movements. Is the best way I could kind of make it simply for us. So with the neck, then we'll go to shoulders, Around the world. Around, looking around. Go one way, and then reverse it. So big circle, neck, go to what's comfortable. Everyone's always got a little weird face when they do this. I close my eyes and rotate it around. So I've gone both ways twice. Now, usually go 5 to 6, 7 times, whatever's comfortable for you. So we just rotated them out. Let's get the shoulders in. So I'm going to step back for this one. Let me step back so you can see me. Cool. Shoulder mobility, dynamic stretches. It's a good arm circle. So here we go. You can see me. Starting big line in front, big circles, forward. Okay. 3, 4. Go all the way to 10. Nine and 10. Reverse it. Back the other way. Good. 1, 2, 3. And your arm circles will depend on your shoulder mobility or your range of motion. The greater your range of motion, the better your circles will look. Mine will look all right. Do one more rep. Good. Then let's start with small ones. Arm to the T. Small little circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake out those arms. Sweet. Last few ones, just very easy static stretches for us. You can also open up your shoulder blades. Hands interlocked. Push away. So hands go away from the body. Elbows go out. Okay. So hands away. Elbows go out. Push and out. Here we'll expand and open up our scapulars, our shoulder blades there. Just feel that stretch through the back of our body. This one again, about 20, 25 seconds hold. Help you up for there. And then reverse it. Bring our hands behind our back. All right, chest tall. You push down first, right? Then out, right? So down, push out as far as you can. Some people can bring their hands up all the way there. I'll keep a neutral spine and I try to lift them up as high as I can. Here you should feel the stretch in your pecs or your chest muscles. Another 20 to 25 seconds. We're fast forwarding this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. A little pivot twist. I'm doing it on my knees, just so I don't have to walk back there again, but ideally through your feet, you pivot on your toes, twist out through your trunk, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. And that's us done for a little bit of mobility and stretching. If you do have any questions for me, please throw it into the chat. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. A little bit of movement, like mobility and movement in the same sentence. Mobility and movement in this morning. It's been a pleasure taking you through, and thank you very much for coming along. I'll hang out here for about 5 more minutes if there's any questions that come from the participants. Cheers. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your study break. Hopefully don't cause too much trouble.